Hey guys, it's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a October flip through in my Plum paper vertical columns planner. I'm coming at you today with a voiceover because I don't know how y'all do it. I just ramble and then editing is a nightmare. So here I am just kind of talking you through the month. Now the beginning and the monthly I think are kind of boring. This first week I always do a monthly goals page. These categories of life are coming from the Moxie Life goal planning system. And I just write down things that I'd like to accomplish during the month, and I visit this page regularly. There's a lot of blank spaces here in October, but also I feel like we got to give ourselves grace for living in a pandemic. You feel me? For the first week of October, I wanted to use a sticker book that I neglect a lot, which is the Pastel Rainbow sticker book. And honestly, looking back at this spread, I feel extremely overwhelmed and confused about what I'm even supposed to be focusing on besides the word study, which I actually like. I did try in this week tracking the weather and also my meals. I don't care for that, so that is definitely not something that I will be going on with further. And that's about all that I have to say about this week's spread. It happened, and I am eagerly awaiting the next week. The second week in my Plum paper planner for the month of October, I adore, and it took me like 3 or 4 times to decorate to get it like this. You can't really tell from the video, but these pages are jacked up, y'all, from me ripping up stickers so many times, but I really love the way that this turned out. I love how the decorations kind of go all around the perimeter, and then each column is my running to-do list. I will say that the various shades of pink in this week really irk my soul, but somehow we are surviving despite the non-matchingness. What I love about this is that the tasks that need to be done on a specific day are in a different color. I mean, I guess I don't have to clean the kitchen on Thursday, but like the tasks that I want to get done on a certain day are in a different font than just like my running to-do list, if that makes sense. I love this. I love the way it looks. I don't necessarily love my version of the Hand Can Plan font, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, this next week is very visually appealing to me, but not functional at all. I had good intentions and I had high hopes, but this just, it got bad, guys. At the very top, I put things that were like specific to happen on each day. Then right underneath, I have water and walking, which I completely ignored. Section under that, I had like household chores that I wanted to do, and then a decorative section, and then my daily to-dos. I stopped looking at my planner because I didn't know where to focus my brain, and that is not going to work for me. I also got highly annoyed this week about how I had whited out the gray row like 5 times in a row. So moving right along, I must admit that the last week of October I completely succumbed to peer pressure, FOMO, whatever you want to call it. Planners started coming out for 2021 and I started feeling like I wanted to jump ship and go horizontal. So I decided, instead of buying myself one because I'm super cheap, I would just use what I had in my planner stash already. And so I had these long sidebars and I laid them horizontally, and I stressed myself out accidentally for an entire week. Couldn't decide if I should put check marks on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side. Like, I had to white out one time and it was a pink background. That was highly stressful. This was a hard no. And so I eventually started like thinking to myself, well, maybe it's because of the way that I laid my stickers down. So I ended up printing out a Moxie Life horizontal, and I figured out I don't like that either. I was able to download a template of the Moxie Life horizontal layout from being part of their Facebook group. It's one of the files that you can download. I believe that they're also on their website currently. So I decorated and back planned a horizontal spread in like a consistent quote unquote layout, and I hate it. The left-hand side I had intended to do for like chores or like must happen on this day kind of situation things. The middle I had left as like a daily to-do list, and then the far right-hand side box, I have no clue. In the bottom section next to the habit tracker, first of all, that's so much wasted space because I can hardly track 3 habits, let alone however many of them there are there. And then there was no spot for me to put my weekly action plan, and that is really a must for me. I love having that in my sidebar to know, when I have downtime, this is what I'm going to do. So I decided to put my tasks that I wanted to try to accomplish that align with my goals on the day that they should happen. I don't know. It was a hot mess, guys, and we can say with confidence that I am back to vertical for the month of November. So at the end of the month, I have the blank notes page, which everyone has. I have been using it for social media tracking, but I really don't care for that, so I don't think I will continue to do that going forward. And then on the right-hand side here, I have my reflection pages. I added this as an add-on on the Plum Paper website and I got it dispersed instead of tabbed. I wanted to keep this part in the video. I haven't finished it yet. Obviously you see that I flipped to the back page and it's partially empty. I actually add to this page all throughout the month, and that helps me give, I feel like, a more authentic reflection of how the month went, instead of just me trying to panic and think about all the things that happened on the 30th or the 31st. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this monthly flip through and reflection, and I hope to see you in the next video.